Got to watch my ego in this video. It's a fine balance between ego and just celebrating some gifts, isn't it? Sometimes it's a fine line between ego and locking yourself away from the world, because the ego is trying to protect you. I won't take a risk on that relationship because I might get hurt. So that's the ego stepping in, blocking happiness. Whereas if you took the risk and took a chance on that relationship or that job, it could be the best thing that ever happened to you, isn't it? But also in celebrating your strengths, it's a fine line between being, check me out, I'm the fucking bollocks, right? No one comes close to me, and just being humble and grateful that stuff that you do kind of impacts people's lives in a way that's beneficial. And it is humbling. It is humbling. So I struggle with this kind of thing. Just letting my light shine. I take for granted some things that come quite easily to me, quite naturally to me. And what comes quite easily to me and naturally to me can be very difficult for you, for other people. But what's really easy and comes naturally to you can be really difficult for me. So again, it's just not being put on a pedestal, not putting myself on the pedestal, not putting anybody else on a pedestal. We're all just as special as each other. We all have our innate gifts. And that's kind of the theme of the video today. What's your superpower? What's your superpower? Okay. Just going to play a clip, which it wasn't designated feedback. This woman was just talking about stuff, and this just crept into the flow of the conversation. I've asked her if she minds me sharing it, and she said no, go ahead.
They're like, right, next thing, and the masculine this morning, in fact the masculine for the last week or so has felt quite prominent, like learning to trust my masculine again when he's not forcing but supporting, and not suppressing but allowing. And you do that, you know, I've said that to you before, and that's the space you create for women. They feel drawn to you because you're open. You make people look at things differently, and you make things possible, actually. And that's what man does. Definitely.
It turns out my superpower is seeing people. Holding space, making people feel safe, is kind of the safe version of saying that. But I think I have it feels like I have it. The feedback is that I have a gift of seeing people, seeing what they need in their life, seeing what doesn't serve them anymore, and my superpower is really enabling them to see it themselves. Sometimes it's words, sometimes it's silence, sometimes it's presence, sometimes it's wisdom. You know, it comes in lots of different forms. It's frequency, it's emotive, isn't it? That's the language that we really speak. This blah 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 doesn't touch the sides. I've said it before. You can describe love in all its glory and all its magnificence, but until you've actually felt it, that's when it really hits home. Same as grief, fear. You know, you can describe fear, but until you've actually felt it and experienced it, you don't really know what it is. Yeah, so words are a good tool. They're useful, but they only go so deep. The rest of it's emotion, it's feeling. And I speak that language, I would say, it's my superpower. I speak that language and people feel that. They feel seen, they feel heard, they feel recognized, they feel safe. And then I allow them to see that in themselves. Does that make sense? So it's not me telling them, going, you're okay, it's okay, it's okay. I just allow, that's my superpower. It's just getting that communication out of them, for them, within them, okay? Which can be really triggering for some people, and it can be really enlightening and freeing for other people. It depends where you're at in your journey. And what people see in me sometimes unlocks certain things in themselves And this is where I've got to watch the ego. See, this is checking the ego as I'm going. I have difficulty in celebrating that in myself. Again, it's something that just comes naturally to me. It's not something I've worked on. Just speaking to my partner, she's like, it's probably matured over life, over time, with the experiences that I've lived through, which is true, as we all do. We all mature and we all experience different things which help us grow into the person that we are today. But it's just something that seems to come naturally. And the only thing that gets in my way is my doubt of this gift. But it is a humbling gift. It can be frustrating as well, especially when you see things in people that you encourage them to see, or you allow them to see, which sometimes they do see, and then they refuse to do anything about. That can be quite frustrating. But I'm working on my inner fixer, because me of old would have been like, blah, 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 blah. Not invited. This way, Pops. Not invited, just unraveling what they need to do to fix themselves. Just get on with it. But yeah, so I suppose in that respect I have matured. It's up to people to, I'm not a fixer. I can't fix anybody. I can't fix any one of you. Not one of you. No one can. If anybody says I'm going to fix you, they're full of crap. It's us that does our own healing. Okay. People like me, we show you doors. We open doors sometimes. We give you tools. We just guide you, usher you in a certain direction. But the healing, the rest of the journey, is up to you. It's down to you to do what you need to do for you. So yeah, I did a safe version of this video earlier, which I might share as a separate post, just to see how I dim my own light sometimes, because this is the other point. I mean, this video can go a few different ways. Men, be that man for your woman. Be that man for any woman. Be that man for humanity. Yeah. It's just, we need more people like that. And again, it's not an ego trip. I'm not coming from this from an ego trip saying I'm better. It's just we need more people that are willing to stand up and support each other. Yeah. And they are coming. There's lots of people coming. There's lots of people doing it. There's lots of great work out there going on at the minute. And I'm just kind of exploring this myself at the minute as well. And the feedback I keep getting is all the same. I used to think teaching yoga was my superpower. It's not. It goes deeper than that. Everything is layered, isn't it? You know, when you start to open doors because you let go of the fear, you step into that room and you're like, okay, I'm good here. But then something else happens and you have to open another door and you step into that room and you're like, this is deep. And then you keep opening doors, keep stepping into rooms, and you keep going deeper and deeper into yourself, deeper and deeper into the consciousness, deeper and deeper into what it all means, what it's all about. There's so much potential in humanity, so much potential, and there's so much squander at the minute. It drives me crazy. The other one, don't dim your light. Okay, don't let anybody dim your light. Okay, not even yourself, especially yourself. If I post a safe video after this, just the second half of the video, you'll see how it's very different. Okay, and I was dimming my own light because of what? Fear? I suppose ego. Again, the ego I said in the start, you know, it can inhibit you from doing stuff. And it inhibited me from speaking my truth. And we need to celebrate these things. We need to celebrate these things. We need to celebrate these gifts. We need to take the praise. We do. It's hard. Making this video is hard, I'm not going to lie. Just don't dim your light. Don't let anybody dim your light. Celebrate your gifts. Yeah, we all have an innate gift within us. Celebrate it. Share it. Much love.